Ladies and gentlemen, some more information has gone down. Where is Speed Cola getting buffed finally in Cold War? Well, I don't know, but what I do know is that the Death Perception tiers have leaked, and this is going to give us a massive insider to what is going to be happening with this perk and with Cold War in the next season. And then after that season, we could be potentially getting a Zombies map in Season 6. And then after Season 6, we got Zombies Chronicles 2. Oh my gosh, Cold War may go from great to good to bad to great. You know, this could be the most roller coaster of emotion Zombies map ever. Like, look at my hair. That is Cold War Zombies right now. But anyways, let's get into it. So obviously, Death Perception, the first actual ability of it is, like I said, it's going to run exactly like the BO4 Zombies one. You're going to be able to see the zombies through the walls. Now, is that good? I think maybe in Cold War it could be good, especially if you can see some of the special zombies around the corner. Oh my gosh, some of those guys, you can give me any other perk, I won't be able to see them forever. It is straight up awful. Like, so Death Perception, that is cool. One thing I will have to say though is that the modifier in Death Perception in Black Ops 4 actually not only gave you a damage weak spot bonus, but you would also be able to get your reload animation to finish faster on your gun. So like I said, potentially if that is going to be the base upgrade of Death Perception in this game, then Speed Cola will be buffed, because in the rest of the tiers there is nothing involving Speed Cola, which again we'll get into it. Let's get into the first tier right now. The first one is that the mini-map update rate increases. So imagine you're going from like a UAV to like a Blackbird in Black Ops 1. That's kind of how I feel is going on right now, because it is nice to have this as an update, because in Cold War, sometimes when you're looking for the zombies, like, again, I feel like I'm only ever doing this if I'm trying to go for like a speed run, I'm trying to maximize my gameplay, but the minimap update rate increasing is going to be nice. Honestly, I think that is going to be a nice needed change, because it can be a little bit slow at times, especially when you're looking for one zombie. I know, especially on Mauer, it's a little bit of a bigger map in the train area, and if you don't know where the heck the last zombie is, oh man, you ain't getting none of these speedruns. So that's a pretty good tier update. Again, not too much, but I wish it was involving a little bit more Speed Cola elements. But okay, on to the second tier. The second tier is that the enemies give danger indicators when they are behind the players. So this is not really that innovative. I think like a way you could have done this, essentially, like even back in the older games, you notice that in the hit markers, like even on Black Ops 1, they're much more profound. Like they're much more pronounced in your HUD, in your gameplay. And I feel like whenever I get hit back in the older games, you can really feel it. Like, you can really feel like you're about to die. It's sort of like how in Modern Warfare 2, they sort of made the screen super bloodied up once you were getting damaged. But in the later games, you don't really see that effect as much as you did back in Modern Warfare 2. So I guess this is kind of doing that in a more PG-friendly manner, is what I'm trying to say. But Vault Raid kind of did things like this in a way, I guess you could say. I don't know. I feel like you could, because of all the drops of Vault Raid, you'd be able to walk and be able to detect things and see where everything is. But I love Vault Raid. It's kind of nice that we're getting a little bit of these features put into this perk. This perk, as you can tell, it just kind of seems like an all-around just beneficial increase to Cold War Zombies gameplay, and it would not work in any other game. On to the third tier. This could be potentially the greatest part of this entire perk, and you get 20% more looted salvage. Now, we don't know exactly what this means. We don't know if this is only high-grade salvage or only low-grade salvage, if you only get more after a certain period, or how you get 20% more, if it drops 20% more. Again, we don't really understand that, but the fact that we are getting more salvage is nice. I think the only problem with this is the fact that there is no perk machine on Death Perception means that you're gonna have to wait, especially on D Machine, to go and to the Dark Ether to get Death Perception, when, like, man, I want this perk on round 1 to be able to get more salvage, you know what I mean? So We're gonna have to see how great this works in gameplay, but honestly, I think as of right now, this could potentially be the greatest part of this perk, and salvage is an absolute must, especially for high round runs, man, where I find you get a ton of high grade salvage, but then you don't get a lot of the low grade salvage. So if this could somehow fix it and make it that you can trade salvage as well, oh, that would be awesome. But I think it's only 20% more looted salvage. Now on to the 4th tier. The 4th tier is increasing armor penetration damage by 10%. So this isn't exactly double tap. What this really is it's kind of more so a buff to Deadshot as well. If you have this and Deadshot combined, oh my gosh, the armor is just going to be non-existent. But like I said, it's only for armor penetration, so this is not really going to be beneficial for the zombies, but it is going to be beneficial for any HVTs, any megatons, anything that just has a ton of health. And I think it's going to be awesome, especially on those armored zombies on D Machine at the top of the roof. Oh, get them out of here, man. So that is very exciting to see. And lastly, the 5th tier, which is honestly, I don't really think this is that good. I think this should have been a part of the perk at the beginning. But this one allows you to see nearby ammo crates and resources and any drops through the wall. So basically, it's adapting the whole depth perception ability onto everything else into the game, which is kind of cool that you get to see it. And you could argue that this is a little bit of a vault raid ability where they make the drops really pronounced and all that. So again, this perk is definitely more useful than Tombstone, I'll say that, but by how much, I'm not totally sure. Like, I don't think this perk you would want to run over Jug or over Stamina, but it's like one of those perks that you would get after you get the main 4, in my opinion. But I don't know, this perk could be a game changer in terms of speed running, and definitely in terms of high rounds, in my opinion. And it's definitely an absolute must to run, whereas like Tombstone, it's only an absolute must to run on solo if you don't want perk decay. But like I said, I still think this is a mid-tier perk. I wish we got more Speed Cola elements, because like I said, I think Speed Cola is so bad in Cold War. It's just the most watered down nerf version of it. I miss that BO3 just, you know what I'm saying? That was phenomenal. Bring that boy back. So the 5 tiers, yet again, let's review them over again. We got the minimap update, rate increase, which is a good update. Enemies have danger indicators, which I think could be a good update, especially because a lot of the time you don't really know when your armor is being destroyed until that last smack and it just breaks your ears. Oh my gosh. 20% more salvage, phenomenal. That literally makes the perk incredible. Increases armor penetration, sure, by 10%, not by much, but it'll make a difference. And then lastly, nearby chests, you know, you see everything else around the walls with desperate, okay, I'll take it. But does this really buff like the weaker weapons in zombies? I'm not totally sure. I think that armor penetration damage by 10% will definitely make the snipers better on, let's say, bosses and whatnot, but the problem is it's just not going to make them better in terms of the zombies gameplay. So in that regard, I think depth perception failed for me, where it didn't really buff up the weaker weapons, but still, I think it is a mid-tier perk and definitely a game changer for Cold War. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so much for coming out to this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about depth perception down below. Is it going to be a bit better Speed Cola buff coming in? I hope. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again so much, and I'll see y'all in that next one.